This is the World of Sports Network presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the G to the U to the R to the U. So we are finishing our NFL GM ranking, and we all know what it is, man. None other than Bill Belichick from the New England Patriots. We're not going to beat around this bush. This man's receipt speaks for itself, man. In 20 years in New England, he is accumulated and being renownedly known as the best head coach in football and also as the best personnel as far as player personnel grouping in all of football. He will be a double-decker as far as Hall of Fame guy, as far as front office as well as head coaching. That is who Bill Belichick is. He is a total control freak. He controlled the whole entire culture in New England, man. In 20 years, this guy has accumulated over 237 victories to only 87 losses, and in that time span have appeared in 9 Super Bowls. There are organizations that haven't even been into a Super Bowl, but this guy in just 20 years has appeared in 9 Super Bowls with 6 Super Bowl victory, 6 Super Bowl ring for just one man. This is out of this world, man. This dude, when he comes, what makes him so uniquely great is his synergy of combination between his college drafting as well as his pro scouting personnel. I'm talking about his acquisitions he made via trades and free agencies are so uncanny, so savvy. That's what makes him the best general manager in all of football. Probably one of the best general manager in the history of sports in all of America, man. Just to give you an example of some of his free agency that stood out to me some of his acquisitions that actually stood out to me during his tenureship in New England. Two or the three of them that came to my head was Rodney Harrison from when he made that acquisition from Rodney Harrison. I felt like when Rodney Harrison was in New England, every time they were in the playoff, man, this guy get an interception. Like, I feel like every postseason, Rodney Harrison always make a major impactful play in the secondary for Bill Belichick. It could be a sack, it could be a pick, it could be a strip fumble. He was always that guy, man. You looked at, he had 7 interceptions in 9 playoff games in New England, and also had 2 Super Bowl. He was part of 2 Super Bowl teams, man. Rodney Harrison was a major free agent acquisitions, man. What about my man Randy Moss? We all know the Hall of Famer Randy Moss. That's what I mean. My man Bill Belichick gets Hall of Famers, bro. It's not just he gets Hall of Famer player personnel grouping. He gets Hall of Famer draft. Like, this dude is a Hall of Famer. He's surrounding himself with Hall of Famers. His ecosystem is all Hall of Famers, man. My man did his thing with Randy Moss. 4 seasons in New England, accumulated over 3,900 yards receiving, 50 touchdowns, and over 250 total reception. Randy Moss was a beast. He was already self-made, but New England, he became a legend, man. He became out of this world in New England, man. So that's just some of the things. I even could give you back like Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon was my dude from the Cincinnati Bengals, and then my man Bill Belichick got a hold of Corey Dillon, and he became a dominant back over there in New England. That's just to show you just the player personnel aspect of Bill Belichick. Now, I want to talk about the Hall of Fame guys he actually draft. He's a drafting king, man. Yes, I admit, he can't draft no wide receivers. He's not good at wide receivers. That is not his thing. But damn it, he's a beast at drafting tight ends. He drafted a Hall of Fame tight end in Rob Gronkowski. We all know what Gronk is. Even though he just came back this season, Gronk in New England was a beast. When it comes to the postseason, when it comes to first down, in any type of situation, Gronk was a mismatch for Bill Belichick era in New England. And then I want to move on, obviously, to my man Richard Seymour. Richard Seymour was a stud, man, was an integral part in the New England defensive line in and out the locker room. A culture changer over there. And then we go to Vince Wilfork. I love me some Vince Wilfork when he was with the U. When Vince Wilfork was in New England, you can't run at them dudes, man. That big mammoth of a man, Bill Belichick, made this dude unrunnable. Like, if you think you can't run in the middle with New England when Vince Wilfork was there he was out of this world, man. Bill Belichick drafted, obviously, his famous draft of all time, Thomas Brady, man. My man Thomas Brady picked him up. We all know the story with Tom Brady. 6th-round draft pick, picked him up out of nowhere, and the rest is history. With 9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 Super Bowl championship and MVPs, I mean, the list goes on, man. That was when the marriage between Brady and Belichick happened in 2000, man. So I just showed you why Bill Belichick is the #1 ranked GM in all of football. I gave you example of Hall of Fame talent he gets. It's even funny to me. This guy, in his whole tenureship, he also produced excellent NFL head coaches, man. My man, he drafted Cliff Kingsbury. And he signed Mike Vrabel. Those two eventually became really good NFL coaches. We see what Mike Vrabel is doing with the Tennessee Titans, and we saw my man Cliff Kingsbury and his rookie season in New England. All in all, man, you cannot say enough, man. This is a unanimous decision. I mean, I'll be a fool. I will lose every credibility as the guru if I don't have Bill Belichick as the #1 GM in all of football. Hell, I think he's the #1 GM in all of sports. Y'all know the drill. Like this, love this, share this, and I am out.